Hey guys, in this lesson we are focusing on the next section of transformations, which is reflections. Okay, so in reflections, all that happens is that the shape reflects either over the y-axis or over the x-axis, and then it can also reflect over the line y equals x, which I'll show you later in the video. Alright, so for reflections in the x-axis, it's reflecting over the x-axis, which is this blue line in the middle. So it would almost reflect like a mirror. Okay, so in what you need to know with reflecting over the x-axis is what happens with the coordinates is the y coordinate changes sign. Okay, because if you have a look at all of these y values, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are y values here. If this shape reflects over this line, it's going to land up here, right? And then all the y values are -1, -2, -3, -4. So if they were positive, they will become negative. If they were negative, they'll become positive. Okay, so the x value stays the same, the y value changes sign. Alright, so my original coordinates, okay, there it is there. So that's the rule. xy becomes x minus y. So whatever the y value was, it changes sign. Okay, my original coordinate for A is 0, 4. Okay, there it is there. My original coordinate for B is -2, 1. So remember, you start at 0, go across to -2 and up to 1. And C is +2, 1. Okay, if I have a look at these coordinates, the y coordinates should change. So the y coordinate is always your second number in your coordinate pair. So your y coordinate here is 4. So the new a value, or a dash, will be 0, -4. There the y value was already negative, so it'll become positive. So the x value stays the same here. So -2, and then the y was -1, so now it becomes +1. And then C was -1, now it becomes +1. So if I were to go and draw that, this is what it looks like. So it's literally just flipped over the x-axis. Alright, then for your y, so reflections over the y-axis, it would reflect over this red line here. Okay, so it's very similar, except now instead of the y coordinate changing sign, the x coordinate changes sign. So it's always like the opposite one that changes sign. So if you're reflecting over the y-axis, the x value changes sign. If you're reflecting over the x-axis, the y value changes sign. So it's like the opposite. Okay, so the y value stays the same, the x value changes sign. This is what the rule looks like. So xy would become -xy. Okay, so my original coordinates, here they are here. I'm not going to go through that, but you can see how I found them. Alright, so my x values are changing signs. So it was -3, now it's going to become +3. It was -4, now it's going to become +4. And was -1, so it will become +1. Nothing has changed with my y coordinates here, only the x coordinates change sign. So if I now go and plot that, so 3, 2, so if I start at 0, go across to 3, up to 2, that's where the new a is going to be, or a dash, and so forth. Okay. Alright, there is another line that it can reflect over, and that's the line y equals x. Okay, it's that green line there, so it can reflect over that diagonal line. Okay, with this, basically what happens when you reflect over that line is that the x and y coordinates just get swapped. Okay, so if it was 1, 2, it becomes 2, 1. Nothing changes with the signs, only the coordinates get swapped. Okay, so there we go. If it was xy, now it'll be yx. Alright, so if I go and plot my coordinates, my original coordinates, A will be sitting at -4, 3. B will be sitting at -4, 1. And C will be sitting at -1, 3. Okay. So now I'm just going to switch all my coordinates. So instead of -4, 3, it'll be 3, -4. All of them just switch around, and then I can go and plot that. So there it is there. Okay, so if I were to go fold along that green line, those shapes would line up perfectly together. Alright, cool guys. For homework, I would like you to do topic 20, exercise 1. I'll get to in a minute. If you'd like to take a screenshot of the summary and write it down in your books, I think that would be really good because then you can always refer back to it. So, quick summary. If I'm reflecting over the x-axis, the y value changes sign. If I'm reflecting over the y-axis, the x value changes sign. And if I reflect over the line y equals x, the two just swap around. Okay, this is the exercise. So it's exercise 20, exercise 1. It's not in your textbooks. This is a exercise that I just made. Okay, so refer to the diagram on the left. Which triangle is a reflection of which? Okay, so for example, these two are reflections of each other, but there are other ones that are also reflections of each other. You need to tell me which ones. Then you need to state the axes which the triangles are reflected over. So is it reflected over the x or y, or y equals x? And you need to state the rule for the reflection. Okay, these things here are the rules. Okay, so the rule for y equals x is xy becomes yx. Cool guys, good luck.